Alrighty. So, now we wait for people to show up. But hopefully my audio is way better because I would really appreciate that. Oh, hi, Diamond! Is my audio better? Because when I tried it on Discord, it was a lot better. So, I'm really hoping I don't sound awful. Really, really hoping. Sounds fine? Okay, good. Because, like, I used to use that Guitar Hero microphone, and it's probably 10 years old now, or so. So it either broke, or I dropped it one too many times, or something. Either way, my brother uses this headset. He said it was good, so I bought it for me. And, seems to be working well so far. There seems to be a fan. I really think that might be the hum of my computer. Like, I can't come up with any other explanation because it would show up in the other microphone too, and I really don't hear it. Like, so I don't really know how to get rid of that right now. I also have music on. Can you hear that? Because I don't know, it seems to be showing up in OBS, but... Oh, but you know what? I do see the mic is picking stuff up when I'm not talking, so... Let's see if I can go into this and filter? I don't know. I have the gain way up because it probably... I don't know, defaults. That should be better. I don't know. You can't hear the music, okay. I don't know what to do about that. What if I just do default? Will it show up then? I don't know. I am very, very new to streaming. In that I used to stream from like my laptop and phone, and I forgot how to do that, and I don't really want to use those devices anymore, so I have to learn it all over again. Now I'm too quiet? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. This is halfway from what it was before. I'll figure it out eventually. Like, it would help if I could hear any sort of playback, but I don't think YouTube has that, or if they do, it's like hidden somewhere and I can't find it. Because then I could hear what I sound like right away. But I guess that's only for Discord. Perfect? Okay, okay, I will keep these settings then. 11.5 gain. Okay, I should write that down. what you can do is kind of... Yeah, I had that, I had that the other day, but it wasn't very... I might have muted the tab, actually. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll try. Just to hear myself, because... that would be helpful. I do have to turn... Yeah, I had that, Oh, I can barely hear the music on my end. Wow. Okay, I'm going to turn that up. Okay. Oops. I don't know if that's... the music's fading out, so I can't really tell. But, we'll keep checking on that. Maybe I just need to turn Spotify up, too. The music's fading out, so I can't really tell. But, we'll keep checking on that. Yeah, I'm really happy about the voice quality. Like, I actually sound like myself now. Like, I was amazed at how bad the Guitar Hero microphone got. Because I swear, back in the day, I used to use it to record my YouTube videos like a couple years ago, so it was okay until, I guess, somewhat recently. But I've had audio problems like pretty much every time I've ever tried to do anything involving recording, so... Anyway, today... This is not a commission, by the way. This is personal art that I just wanted to start off with, because it was chill. It was kind of my warm-up doodle, but now I'm like, oh, I should finish this, because I really like it. In honor of the big game that Toronto won, or so I heard. I wasn't awake, or I wasn't watching, but I quickly figured out that they won, especially when my brother came home at 4 a.m. I decided to draw my favorite basketball player of all time, Lola Bunny. Who is a queen. One of my first favorite cartoon characters. For no real reason other than I thought she was really pretty and cute. And she has no character other than girl who plays basketball. So I think that's a valid enough reason to like her. Yes, Sonic Unleashed is one of my favorite video game soundtracks. It's... Well, I like the game in general, but I really like how they captured the different countries with the compositions. Like, I don't know, everywhere like actually feels like the real place it's trying to be. I don't know. I like it. I'm guessing that's the other team. They're Golden State something. I forgot what. I don't know. I cheer for the red team, if there's a red team, or failing that, the one with the cooler logo. And in the case of the Raptors, they have dinosaurs and they're red. So therefore, they're automatically the coolest. But I actually, yeah, I don't really care about sports at all. I've never really, and I don't really understand how people kind of just jump on cheering for a team. Like, as soon as they're in the finals, it's like, oh, I suddenly have all these Raptors jerseys and hats, and like, I've been a fan my whole life. It's like, no, you haven't. Like, the only reason you jumped on ship is because the Leafs lost a couple weeks ago and you were sad. And you were like, oh, I guess that's like our home team now. And anyway, people can like sports if they like sports. I don't get it, and I never have. And I've always felt a little weird about people going crazy in the streets when people won, because, like, that's a little scary to me. This song's really quiet. I'm just gonna skip it. I do think it's cool, though, that people, like, well, not really people, more like show, or I forgot the word. Like, a lot of small businesses downtown and stuff are really embracing it, and like, this one shop put up a mural sort of thing of one of the players like jumping for the basket, and it was like the selfie spot to be. And then, like, when the Raptors started winning more and more, they put up more and more murals and stuff, and I really thought it was cool to see the city actually transform like that. Because, like, I don't know, it's cool when you do something with your giant wall on your building, you know? Yeah. And I really wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be like a movie or something that follows the exact beats of, I guess, story beats of like what actually happened, because it seemed like a movie when I was hearing people talk about it. Like, you know, started from the bottom, now we hear type thing with Toronto never winning before, and just like how they used to, apparently they used to sell tickets for like $14 at the drugstore to get people to go back, like, when the team first started. I don't know. Hey, no problem. I should probably invite some more people and put an announcement on my other social medias, but I don't know. Yeah, no problem. I like streaming. It really helps me focus on the art instead of getting distracted on YouTube, so I think it's a win-win. And I'm going to try and stream a decent amount of time tonight, because I want to get some stuff done, including this. This isn't a bad circle. Sometimes you don't have to use the circle tool. Okay. What does her shirt logo actually look like? Toon Squad. Okay, but can I get a good reference or no? No, of course not. Why would there be good reference photos of Lola Bunny? Okay. Space Jam. Because all I really need is the jersey. Okay, we're just gonna go with the simplified one because I understand why the animators chose to simplify it in certain shots. Where are her shorts? Yeah, it's just a tee. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's good. And this shape is a little more complex. There you go. Maybe I'll just color it a certain way. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. I do that sometimes. Okay. I feel like this is too orange, like... Like she's more... I guess she's kind of orangey brown. Okay, this render is a little too orange though, for sure. Should be a bit more like this. Oops. On. I hate you, Photoshop. Oops. Okay. Like that blonde is way too yellow. Yeah. But this orange for the basketball is acceptable. Actually, a little less, so it's not clashing with the... Yeah. I mean, that's still clashing, but not as bad. Okay. I really like this drawing. I haven't drawn Lola in a long time. And I think the last time I didn't draw her as stylized. I tried to draw her more on model. And I can see now that, no, this is much cuter. Okay, one thing I don't like is that the way her shirt is cropped with her arm, it looks like it just like fades into her chest fur or whatever. Which is kind of not what I was going for. Okay. I really shouldn't keep going with this, but man, okay. I'm just enjoying it too much, so we're going to, we're just gonna keep working on Lola. Oh my god, come on. No, don't you dare. Oh no. Did it really crash on me? Alright. Photoshop has stopped responding. Oh, this is the worst timeline. No! Okay. Let me think. I mean, at least I was fully zoomed out, so I could grab a screenshot. Which I did. But that's still a worse timeline because that's a tiny image and I was working on this like super big. And it's really cute and it's one of my favorite drawings I've done. Ah, okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe if I leave it for a while, it'll come back. which I doubt because the CPU percent it's taking up is just climbing and climbing and yep, Space Jam Lollapunny.psd is not responding. And I don't remember the last time I saved. It was probably before the stream started. Okay. Executive decision. We'll turn Photoshop back on. We'll see if it can recover that. But in the meantime, I should probably finish my other thing. Okay. Good to see that the what is this? Every time I go to do that line. Okay. Yeah, good to see that everything is not working today. Oof. Yeah, that's pre-coloring. Okay, that's still not horrible. I can probably just overlay the screenshot under that and fix it up. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm probably gonna just do that instead because I really want to finish this drawing. I'm very, very happy with it, so. Okay. Hey, no problem, Sean. Thanks for showing up because I've been alone for a while and I had a horrible crisis where Photoshop crashed on me because Adobe sucks. And thankfully, I was fully zoomed out and was able to get a screenshot of what I had been working on. But still not happy at all with Photoshop. And you know what? Hold on. Like, that's how tiny my screenshot is in comparison to oh my god. Well, then make it editable. Yeah, you did. I was not happy. Really? Anyway. God, I'm mad. Like, look, I can still grab the colors from this, it's just... Oh, that actually... Oh. Wow, that doesn't look as bad. Okay. Am I using paint? I used paint to grab the screenshot. Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna grab the colors from this. Which sucks, because the stream's gonna be like the same thing I just did, but whatever. People can deal with that. Okay, I feel like if that's not Michael, then I'm very surprised. Well, I mean, the don don don, it kind of gives it away, don't you think? Like, then again, I did share this to Twitter, so maybe not. I don't know. Also, I'm saving frequently now. Oops. Oops. Straight dude rock love song. Describe that genre to me, because I feel like I know what it is, I can't put it into words. I know... Yeah, okay, see? Her shirt's a crop top. I think I should add a tiny line here to make it look less like it's just, yeah, growing out of her skin or something, because it looks bizarre. And I didn't realize that until after I'd finished drawing her. That was actually the edit I was about to make until Photoshop crashed. So now I'm just repeating my progress to get back to that part. Although I guess I could just do it now. Thank God I was fully zoomed out. I would have been so upset if I was like zoomed in super close and I couldn't screenshot anything. Lips of an Angel, I'm not sure if I know what that is off the top of my head. I'm sure I've heard it. Oh baby, I love you, ooh. Oh my god. Imagine an actual rock song with uwu in its lyrics. That would be fantastic. Like, we as a society will have peaked when that happens. I love gravelly voiced rock singers. Like, unironically. Where's my weeb rock? I mean, it exists. I listen to a band called Area 11, and all their songs are inspired by random anime. Except most of the animes I haven't actually seen, so I don't get the jokes. Bon Jovi's good. I'm very pop punk, but I do like my classic rock. I explained at the start of the stream to another person. I had to draw my favorite basketball player of all time, who is Lola Bunny from Space Jam. Feminist icon Lola Bunny. I can't even say that with a straight face. She is such a amazing, like, interesting essay topic to talk about. I actually did include her in one of my essays in school, and talked about her for some time. Just because she just reeks of, like, 90s, like, oh, we have to, like, appeal to girls because they exist. And then they're like, okay, do any of you know how to write a female character? And they're like shaking their heads no, and they're like, I guess we should make her, like, cool, right? What's cool? Well, we're making that Michael Jordan movie. Let's shove her in there and make her the best player on the team. Okay, what's her backstory? Is she just, like, a basketball player? I guess so. Okay, what's her personality? Nice butt. Okay. And, like, that's all there is to her, and it's so bad, but it's also amazing. I love Lola Bunny with all my heart, and I really, really wish that Funko Pop that I dreamed up was real, but I don't think she is. I know, right? Like, I mean, they've gotten better since 1996, but have they really gotten better? I still remember when I was watching Lunatics and Lexi was, like, basically the exact same as Lola, except she liked pizza and video games. I'm like, that's a better female character, because, like, 10-year-old me at the time had zero standards. So... But Lexi and Lola, particularly Lola, still have a very big spot in my heart because baby me loved them. Also, she's very cute. Like, in a very aesthetically pleasing way, and also probably a furry way, but... Let's not go into that. Alright. At least we had Hayley Williams. I don't know how that relates to Lola Bunny, but I agree. What am I looking for? Yeah. Here, I'm gonna redo the hearts in a better way. That's not the brush I thought it was. Never mind. Where is it? Did it really just crash again? I'm telling you, Adobe. I'm gonna scream. Thankfully, I just saved. Jeez. It's not even showing up in Task Manager. Oh my god. Oh, early mid-2000s icon. Okay, that's fair. Ms. Biz is the best. And the Wind Waker credits are also very good. Oh, this time it came back. Okay, sure. No? Yes? No? I don't know. Photoshop still isn't showing up in Task Manager, so, that sucks. I don't know what to do. Can't even close it from Task Manager. I changed Photoshop to the light mode, which might be why it looks different. because I can't see. Did I get it? Seems like I did. Okay. Enjoy this close-up of another piece of art while I reopen Photoshop again. Did you Alt F4? No, I just did Control Alt Delete because I don't actually know how computers work. Can't wait for P5 Music to join your music roster. If it's on Spotify, it will. If it's not on Spotify, it might not, because downloading music from the internet is so yesterday, and I'm lazy and I don't feel like downloading entire soundtracks. Really? You opened that back up, but not Lola. I was having fun, and then Photoshop just decided to be stupid. Okay, we're back. Again. Just trying to find a good pencil brush that won't crash the freaking program. Oh, not that one. Maybe it was this, I don't know. No. Honestly, maybe... I used it in a drawing recently and I can't find out where it is, so that's why I'm upset, but oh, that might be it. They have the PS1 Mega Man soundtracks? Oh, I should look those up. Like, I know Nintendo doesn't have any of their soundtracks on because they suck. And a couple other companies don't seem to have them, but like all the Danganronpa soundtracks are on there. This is not the brush I was thinking, never mind. Like some really obscure stuff, like indie games and whatever on Spotify. Like the most obscure one I can think of is Tower of Heaven, which is an old like platformer I played in like 2010 on a free Flash game website, and their soundtrack is on Spotify. It's like, what? Okay. Did it crash again? Oh my god. This is real life. I cannot believe the third crash. And I'm just trying to find a brush. All I'm doing is doing one stroke and then undo, one stroke and then undo. And it can't handle that for some reason. Like, this is exactly why I don't want to give Adobe any more money. And as soon... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to use this stupid one that I didn't even like. As soon... God. As soon as I can find a way to get the brushes I like into my other programs, it's over for you, Adobe. Because why should I pay for a product that crashes like 4 times, 3-4 times while I'm drawing something so simple? Like, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just literally just using brushes with build-up effects. Not even using them, testing them with one stroke and then undoing the stroke. And yeah, I'm doing that quickly because as an artist, you know, muscle memory. But that shouldn't... I don't think that should be an issue. Do I have the crash logs? I have no idea where to find those, if I do. But, like, I can probably make it happen again on purpose if I'm trying. Anyway. Can finally fix her shirt. Oh, and people have been like, oh, you're just using a bad version of Photoshop, like get a different version. 1, no, it happens on every version I've tried. 2, that shouldn't... like, that's still not acceptable, you know? Like, oh, you have to get a super old version of Photoshop just to make it not crash, and you have to migrate your settings every time you want to. Like... You know, Photoshop is the industry standard. It should know better. They should be able to fix this, or not have it happen at all. Especially since these aren't, like... These aren't even, like, third-party brushes anymore. They've hired this guy who made them to make their brushes, so they should be optimized, and they're not. I am sorry. But there, now it looks like she's not morphing into her shirt. Like, I mean, it's happened consistently enough that I know what's causing it. Like, basically, if a brush has something where it, like, it changes with pressure or something like that, like, that's more likely to cause it. Thankfully, my sketching brush, this one, doesn't cause it, but, like, basically everything else with the texture, like all the watercolor ones and the pencil ones, seem to have a very high chance of causing the crash. Yes! Yeah, Tower of Heaven is a really cute little game. I never did beat it. But I really liked it. It's just a cute, like, little retro platformer. Why is Lola hot? We just had this discussion because marketing was like, how do I make a girl character? And they're like, IDK, make her hot. Like, for real, that's... They actually did, drastically change Lola in one of the reboots, the sitcom one, that was on Cartoon Network. And she was really funny in that, and I did like Lola in that show. So, that's good, except after that show ended, I don't think they've really used her since, and it's like, oh... But you actually made her funny. Like... Your straight icon. Is Lola even straight? I mean, like, she flirts with bugs, but you could argue that she's doing that to be like, haha, stupid man. You can't resist womanly charms, you are a fool. Because that's how real women act. We all know this. Lola was in Baby Looney Tunes? I saw one episode of that, Sean, and I couldn't. I'm sorry, it was too baby. Too baby and not enough loony. All I know is that Baby Looney Tunes was like around the same time or just a little earlier than Lunatics, and what a change in marketing and like executive direction. They were like, okay, let's go from babies to edgy cyberpunk superheroes. Like, I want to ask what they were thinking, but like, are marketing executives ever thinking? No, I don't think they are. As a little kid, okay, it must have been before Lunatics then, because Lunatics was like 10, 11 for me. Do we know that they aren't in the same universe? No, like, Lunatics is the future of the Looney Tunes, don't you know? All the Lunatics are their descendants. Acmetropolis is 750 so odd years in the future of the present day. Alright, I'm really happy with this drawing. I'm so glad I managed to salvage it. Took way too long, but... But look at her, she's beautiful. Right, I was gonna shade her. And that's when it crashed. Just gonna do quick shading, because... Yes, Baby Looney Tunes is the very distant prequel to Lunatics. That is canon. I forget if they ever said it in Lunatics itself, that they were the descendants, but they definitely said that in like interviews and stuff about the show, so... Mostly because people were like, Bugs Bunny is not that edgy, like, jackass, basically. And they were like, oh, no, it's not Bugs, it's Ace. He's just his descendant. It's okay, guys. Don't freak out, please. We are losing money. People are way too hard on Lunatics, though. It's a fun time. I like it a lot. Ace, Ace is not my Ace representation. Get out of that. Ace sucks. He's the worst one. Like, he actually... I do not enjoy watching Ace episodes because he sucks. Slam also sucks because they decided not to make a character with him and just have a grumbly big guy. But, everyone else is fun. Or the best thing ever. So... Like, Lexi is the girl, but she's at least fun. Like, there's one episode where she accidentally blows up Marvin the Martian's, like, house. Because she thought it was a video game, when it was actually, like, an asteroid defense system. And, she's like, oh, sorry, dude. But he got pissed off and, like, attacked, her and the town, so that was fun. Is Ace straight? Well, it's implied that he and Lexi are a thing at the end, so yeah. I guess, I don't know. Nice. The character Ace is not LGBTQ or LGBT. All aces who are not named no, now I can't say what I'm trying to say. Aces are LGBT except for Ace from Lunatics Unleashed. There you go. Thanks, that was a good joke, thank you. I'm so glad I've stopped trying to, like, force myself to use blue when I really don't want to, because I really, really like my art when it's super pink. Love you too. I think everyone can be a bigger feminist icon than Lola by just existing and being a person rather than not anything. Okay, I do need to clear some of that up. I would have made even more progress, but you missed Photoshop crashing 3 or 4 times. So consider yourself lucky that you didn't have to see that, because yeesh, that was bad. Yeah, no problem, Sean. See you later. Yeah, I definitely like the shading on her. It actually looks pretty good at 100, but yeah, that should be good. Yeah, like at first it was just like, I don't know, I feel like even if it is just a doodle, like, because this is a pretty simple drawing. Like, just adding shading makes it look like it's finished. Ugh, pen pressure not working is another thing I've had to deal with today a little bit, but mostly my problem has been Photoshop, like, with the textured brushes. Which thankfully this one doesn't cause the crashes. I don't know why, but I'm glad because it's my favorite brush and I use it for like everything, so. I'm really happy with this drawing though. I'm so glad. Usually my warm-ups are like just gross, but this actually feels like like I accomplished something. Might do a little bit of Ever tried animating before? Kinda. I've done a couple things. I took a couple, like, workshop things at like this art center in my town. And I learned more about, like, stop motion there. I have also done a little bit on my own, but I've never had any like formal classes or anything like that, and unfortunately the animation schools around here are super competitive and I still don't think I would get in. So yeah. I think I probably can teach myself the basics, but I also know it's like really hard. So like the thing holding me back is my anatomy. It's not really great, and to get into art schools you do need a really strong anatomy element to your portfolios, at least for animation school. For the school I went to, not as much, but yeah, it's just always something I've kind of struggled with, so I think if I focus on my actual strengths, which are really clean line art and just generally appealing characters, then I can be good. Okay, Michael, if you've ever seen the first years at Sheridan in the animation program, just like look at those kids and then realize, oh, they're 18. like, and they're that good already. Like Sheridan's one of the world's top schools, so but it also sucks because like art schools also look for a very specific type of work when you apply in your sketchbook and in your pieces, and I do feel like it's a little manipulative, and you can sort of you can figure out what they like and, you know, purposefully do assignments or exercises that they'll be like, oh, you're so creative, when actually it's like, no, I'm manipulative. I learned that you liked this on the internet, and I just did it to get in your good graces, that kind of thing. Like, I'm pretty sure the sketchbook I made when I was applying to art school was more of a scrapbook, and I made it because my art teacher showed us the sketchbook of someone who got into art school and was like, this is somebody who got into art school. Like, this is what they really liked, and like they really praised the sketchbook. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can do something like that, and I did. They were like, wow, so good. And then later I did go to Sheridan for like a non-credit course in the summer one time. And I showed them my current sketchbook and the sketchbook I used to get in to OCAD like 3 or 4 years, or 2 or 3 years previous. And they were like, no, we think this sketchbook is better, even though it was like technically way worse. They just liked the actual content of the sketchbook better than the skill I was showing in my current one. So, yeah. So I think if I took one of those like get into Sheridan courses that cost like hundreds of dollars, I could probably make a profile, or I keep saying profile, portfolio that would get me in, but that would feel very disingenuous, and I wouldn't feel like I actually had the real skills that they require in that program. Also, I never want to go to school again, so probably not going to do that. I mean, like, it's just a lot of places, if you have the money, you can go. Like, but for like the really big ones that are well known all over the world, they do have to be super strict in their admissions, because, well, they've got like thousands and thousands of people applying for only a certain amount of spots, right? So, and the sad thing is, yeah, like, you can figure out how to manipulate them a little bit. Like, I remember when I did go to Sheridan for that summer course, I did talk to one of the admissions people, and he was like, yeah, like, we know about those courses that people take to make their portfolio something we like. And sometimes we have to call people in and make sure they can actually draw. Like, basically, they have to verify that that person actually did it and didn't just, like, steal random things from online from all the people who have taken that preparation course, because, like, that's how prevalent they are. Like, and that freaked me out a little too, because I'm like, oh god, like, I would not perform well under pressure. Yeah. That's the other thing. I need to start from the base and work my way up again. Like, I'm not doing another 4-year program. That would actually kill me. But I fully believe that. So, yeah, not doing that. Okay, thanks. It has happened. My art teacher also told me a story of someone who stole his girlfriend's art to get into art school, and like, when he got there, they were like, what the hell, your portfolio was so good. And it was like, oh, it wasn't actually his. He just took his girlfriend's art and got into art school for no reason. Like, why would you do that? Like, like, you know, you're gonna choke as soon as I don't know. To me, that just doesn't make sense. Like, anyway. Sorry, I should finish up this drawing. Just save it for web and all that. I am in love with this drawing. Like, I've always wanted to draw Lola looking this cute, and she does, and yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah, like, why would you... That's such a waste of time and money to apply somewhere that you have no business being and being like, yeah, I want to go to art school for 5 minutes. I totally feel you there for the self-taught stuff. Like, I was in a program at my high school for music, and I actually couldn't take art classes until grade 11, I believe. So for a while, I was just drawing on my own and had no instruction. And then my art teacher, who I keep talking about, who was a really, really good art teacher, she was like, oh, so you must have had the other art teacher for grade 9 and 10. And I was like, oh, no, I haven't taken art in a few years. She was like, oh, okay then. That's awesome. Like, and that made me feel good. Okay. We're gonna finally switch back to the actual commission I was working on. This is, yeah, this is for a YouTuber who is doing a Mario Maker series, I believe, so I'm drawing his art assets for that. Wait, what are you reacting to, Michael? Yeah, like, I mean, I think I did learn some stuff in art class, but a lot of it was more, like, practical than it was actual techniques, because I think I knew a fair amount of the techniques already, with the exception of, like, the painting stuff, because I didn't paint, and I still don't really paint, very often. But I learned more about, like, you know, how you can be an artist in the real world, and like what was important to know as an artist. And we did a lot of art history too, which is something a lot of schools apparently cut because either the art teacher has no idea what they're talking about, or they just don't have, like, they don't think it's worth it for the budget or whatever, which makes sense to me. But we learned a lot about art history, which I think was useful as like a general knowledge sort of thing. I did learn like some, like, I don't want to say woke, but like interesting things about like classical art that like the average person probably wouldn't know. Like and I think just that teacher that I had was such a good teacher. And I think just having a class with her was more valuable than anything else. I have no idea what angle this stupid hammer is at. This doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm doing. So it would be like that. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. I thought that was on purpose. What? Yeah, I agree. This angle is really messed up. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I have no idea what I was thinking in the sketch. I think I was just like, oh, I'll fix that later. And I'm probably going to say that again and come back to that later, because Like, I don't know, like, admittedly, this is a really bad angle I chose to do it from imagination. Like, I really should have a reference that's this shape, but I don't. Actually, my eraser is kind of similar. Hold on. Okay. That makes no sense. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I have most of the Sonic soundtracks on here. Back in the day when you could buy them from iTunes, I guess you could still do that, but now you can just stream them on Spotify, so. Sonic music, Michael, don't you know? Actually, have you played a Sonic game? I don't... I'm gonna guess maybe once? I played my first Sonic game when I was 10. It was Shadow the Hedgehog, and I was like, oh no, they're swearing. Oh wait, this game is rated E10, therefore all these words are words I am allowed to use. Okay then. That was my first, well no actually, my very first experience with Sonic was at daycare, where this kid who hated me was like, Sonic's cooler than Pokemon, and like tried to make me play Sonic 3D Blast to prove it, but 3D Blast is an awful game. So I was like, this doesn't prove your point at all. But honestly, the PS1, now that I've like grown up and looked back and been like, oh, I missed this game, like I do kind of want to play it, like just a few games to, because they do interest me. And the PS1 Classic would have been great for that, except it had like 0 games on it, so. Oh, this is the 3DS medley, isn't it? Because this is Sonic Rush. I wasn't really paying attention until now. Yeah, like, I always wanted to play Mega Man Legends. Looked really cool. I saw a Let's Play of that. And it's definitely the most interesting Mega Man game to me. Same with Tron Bonne, the spin-off that nobody played. That looked really cool too. And then just a couple other games like Spyro and Crash, and I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting. Hey, I didn't originally design this guy, I've been doing the revamps. So I tried to adapt the old art to my style as best I could. Unleashed was one of my favorite games. I played it when it came out, so I would have been like 13. It was the first game that I was like part of the hype cycle for, because I got into Sonic like actually when I was 12, 13, and Unleashed was the first new game after I kind of got into it. So that was really cool, being part of like, you know, looking for news and stuff, and like learning to be part of the fandom, which was probably just as bad back then as it is now. But Crash Racing. We actually have Crash Nitro Kart on GameCube. I think that's the sequel to Crash Racing. That was the only Crash Bandicoot game we'd ever like known about. We liked it, but we definitely played Mario Kart more. I'm sorry. Interesting's a weird word, because sometimes it's genuine and sometimes it's like I'm trying to be nice. Okay, I'm gonna do the question mark and the P on the P switch later, and I'll try and fix the hammer later too. For now, oops. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go with... I'm guessing we're going with Mario Maker colors, because that would make more sense. But I can change them if he's not happy with that. Yeah, okay. Mega Man Legends looks really cool. Like, it's a real shame that that the sequel never came out. I actually signed a fan petition back in the day to get the sequel to come out, because I'm like, I never got a chance to play the first game. I want to play Mega Man Legends. But yeah, that didn't work. Well, I mean, that was like back when Capcom wasn't releasing all their old games. And, yeah. I mean, I liked how it looked because it looked way different than the other Mega Man games, and I've always enjoyed 3D platformers over 2D. And just the fact that it had a story and stuff, like, that automatically gets me more invested. Like, I'm a very casual Mega Man fan. I've never actually played a game. Like, which I'm sure people would be like, that's... No, then you're not a fan, but, screw you, yes I am. You know, I mostly just watch Let's Plays and stuff online, and occasionally listen to music. And yeah, the game that would be most appealing to me would be, the heck? Would be like Legends or a sequel to it, but I've never been able to play that. So, oh well. Yeah, I tried to play Mega Man X because I watched Egoraptor's video back in the day that was like, this is so well designed, like a baby could learn how to do it really organically. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a baby. And I tried to play and it was just too hard for me because I'm I'm really bad at 2D platformers. So I was like, oh, that's really disappointing. And I could never get past the first stage. So yikes. I have watched a playthrough of Maverick Hunter X, which is like the remake of it on PSP. That I loved because like the story was all about like robot racism basically, and that's my favorite thing in the world. Not actually, but I really like stories that are like basically about discrimination or, you know, really thinly veiled racism allegories and stuff like that. Like, I like stories where the protagonists overcome that or like, no, that sucks. Let me show you why. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming we're doing Mario Maker colors. That would make sense. So I've gathered. Well, I mean, Shady never shuts up about that either, huh? Gee, I wonder why. Even as a kid, though, I remember being like, why aren't there more stories about this? Not realizing that it was like kind of a weird niche thing that I had latched onto. I'm like, no, this is like a really important topic. Like, I don't know, real racism is probably a bigger issue than fake robot racism and stuff like that, but you know. I don't know. Oh. Ooh, can I do that? That might hurt me too much to play someone so bigoted. Like, ooh. Like, unless they were specifically a villain, I don't know if I could pull that off. And even then, I think I would go too far way too quickly. Because I'm like, well, they're a villain, so I'm gonna just make them horrible. Like, that kind of thing, but... But spoilers, Kyle the Mouse is going to be basically a mouse rights activist. Because he's going to be based on Kyle in my fanfic, so... Yup. Okay. So Mario and Luigi are red and green. These guys are both kind of wearing the same color. So maybe I'll just make them like blue and navy blue or something. I don't know. Okay, hold on. The suit color was a little better. Oh, I mean... Honestly, I've never thought about it. Like, I guess Shady and Kyle are similar people. Like, in terms of what they value. I guess they are. That's weird to me because like Shady's a villain in my fanfic. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Shady has done like a huge redemption arc this whole time because I've really enjoyed making him a good person. So I'm glad Becca has let me do that. Maybe I'll make this more on the purple side, actually. Yeah. Sorry if I bumped my mic. I think I did. I'm glad people are liking his arc because sometimes I'm worried like I'm going a little too off on my own tangent or something. Like when me and Sean's character were talking, I was really worried I was going too long with that. I hope that it was still entertaining to people. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, good. Good, because I was really worried. I was like, oh no, maybe I should wrap this up. But like, I had dialogue planned. Like, while you guys were fighting that battle, I was like, okay, someone's gonna talk to me about this, I'm hoping. Here's what Shady has to say. Here's what's going through his mind. I actually came up with like what he was drawing too, but nobody ever asks what Shady's drawing, unlike real life. The character stuff is the best part, I think. Like, but I'm someone who loves making OCs, so. Like, I totally get it if not everyone wants to play, like someone with that big of an arc. Hold on, they're more yellow. Alwyn's fun. Man, as someone who's been writing OCs for such a long time, just coming up with characters and always thinking about them, like I constantly think about them every day. I can't imagine not doing that. Because my OCs have taught me so much about myself and helped me with so many hard decisions in my life. And I'm like, how do people do it? How do people, like, live, function without these things? Because I've had a lot of hard decisions that have become instantly clear when I'm just like, okay, but what would Kyle do? And I'm like, oh, duh. That's what I should do because I value what Kyle values. Okay, there. Problem solved. Oh shoot, that P-switch is just cut off. Okay, I'll fix that. Well, like I don't know. I just it's helpful for me, like especially when I'm like, okay, I'm in this situation that I'm upset, and like this person said this thing, and just having a second to just get out of my mind and being like, what would this character do if confronted with that situation? And because I've spent so much time thinking about them, I usually am able to come up with an answer pretty quickly, if not right away. Just having that moment of clarity, just being in someone else's headspace, even though it's still my own, technically, I find that immensely helpful. Yeah, I don't really know, I've been someone who's always really enjoyed coming up with stories and stuff. So it's just kind of felt natural to me. Like, I'm not sure how it would be from the perspective of someone who hasn't really grown up that way. But I'm really glad you're enjoying making Alwyn. Yeah, like I'm not the best at traditional methods. Like I'm really bad at the one where you're supposed to like visualize a beach and stuff and like slowly think about the waves. I don't like that one. It makes me feel weird. One time I had like this really weird sensation in my body when I was trying to feel like every part separately, and I was like, okay, no, not doing that. That's weird. I don't like it. But yeah, just being in another world with my characters is a lot easier for me to cool off with, I guess. I have never watched that, no. It's weird because like I've known about him for a long time, and I've seen him like guest on other people's stuff, but I haven't actually watched anything that he's done in particular. Okay, I'm gonna fix that P-switch. Can't believe I forgot to finish lining it. Ugh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's like it's a web series, right? Like, I like watching web series because they're generally a little easier to like stomach a bunch of episodes at a time or something. Like, okay, 12 episodes, that's not bad. Yeah, I am like 10 times more likely to follow through with a recommendation if it's a short thing. Welcome back. I don't actually think this is the right font for the P-Switch, but I don't care. I don't want to look up a reference. That's a really bad reason. Don't follow me, kids. Oh, right, the question mark. Right, I made this look like the question mark, like decamarks glitch in Ruby Sapphire by accident, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, this isn't the this isn't what the question mark block looks like. I should really just look at it and copy it. Ugh. I am so excited for the finale. I've really enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons, like, just one, because I've wanted to play since like high school and we're finally playing. Two, because it has been way more fun than I ever thought. And three, because I'm excited about like getting to like a new scenario and game, and just like, I don't know, exploring a new place, because like Barovia's been fun, but it's very dreary, and I would really like a change of scenery that's not as drab. And I'm not sure which one Becca's planning to do next, but I'm guessing it'll be pretty different than the Strahd one, just because to give variety and stuff. Shady hates water, so I'm not sure he'd enjoy the boat very much, but oh, okay. Good, that gives Shady a character reason to be like, I'll skip this and go back to live in the mountains with my new child. And Mouse Kyle can just like sneak aboard the boat like a mouse in like every animated movie about mice. Oh my god. What if I make him a bard and he's like constantly trying to be like the protagonist of a musical? Is that too much? Is that like way too cartoony? Well, the like mouse folk thing I found had them very tiny. So that's what I was picturing. Like, I was thinking of making him a bard anyway, just because, for his character, that makes the most sense. Because he's not really a physical fighter at all. he's a very, like, let's talk this out, like, rational people sort of way. And I wanted to give him abilities that, like, involve charisma and stuff like that, so. Yeah, I don't know how combat would work, that's the thing. Like, I think I'd be mostly a support. Like, maybe I can mostly just, like, have buffs and healing and stuff. But then the rest of you would also have to, like, be able to do damage for that to work out. So. Oops. Yeah, like the like 2 videos. Okay, I think I watched more than 2. But like the videos I watched about the different classes, like none of them seemed to make sense for him except for Bard. So I think if I want to do like what I'm initially planning, then I kind of have to do that. But I don't really see that as a limitation rather than just like what's it called? I lost my trail of thought, but I don't know. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, no problem, Diamond. I'm gonna try streaming like more often, especially now that I have a good headset. Just because I do get a lot more done when I'm streaming, because I feel like I have to like pay attention and be doing things rather than like goofing off. So, thanks so much for coming. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I think shooting the guy in front of Shady was pretty metal. And that's coming from the guy who burned down a windmill full of children, so like, you know. Yeah, like I didn't know there were children inside. Although to be fair, at that point in the game, I don't know if Shady would have cared as much. Because like before he met Kellen, he really didn't have very much to do with children. Like, yeah, I don't know if he would have cared. Now that he's met Kellen, he's like, he understands. Actually. One of my other favorite tropes in the world, other than robot racism and that kind of thing. No, but really, I love the like character who has no parenting ability at all is suddenly forced into a situation where they have to take care of a child, and they're like, I think this is what you're supposed to do," and like they're like, oh wow, I really enjoy this. I like this. Like I want this to be real. That's one of my favorite things. Yeah, I think it. I'm glad it worked out that way. Because, like, I wasn't. I don't think I went into it, like, expecting to have this character arc, but after a while, like, these last few sessions, I've definitely been. Been intentionally moving it forward, so. Yeah, a lot of my favorite things happen in this campaign. And like you can ask Becca, I've been talking about these things for a very long time. Like these have always been very, very fun things for me to have in a story. So. Good. I like being the main character. I've also just really enjoyed like having him be in a heroic role, because in the story he's from and like everything else I've kind of used him in, except for like one minor thing, he's been the villain, or at least on that part of of the spectrum. Like he's an antagonist. But he is a sympathetic antagonist, and I think it was a really smart decision for me to have played him at this point in his life. Because if I played like a too recent Shady, then he wouldn't have changed. But this one was able to. And I think he deserves redemption, because I don't think he's a bad person deep down. He doesn't know that he's not a bad person deep down. He's still very convinced he is. But, but he can be better. Oh, that doesn't make sense shading-wise, but I don't care. I should have done it the flip side, but meh. Still looks okay. He is, and he's very conflicted because he was convinced that this could never happen. And he's lived a long time being a bad person. I don't know. Maybe he thinks Santiago's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, you don't need a story reason for everything, right? Like, it helps, but you can just do something. Like how Buzz found God just so he could have that one item. Is Santiago cool? No. No, he's not very cool. Shady appreciates him as a friend very much right now. Oh, I should make those gold. Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, that could work too, I mean. The internet god. That was such a funny part. I get a surprising amount of commissions for someone who has never like had a price sheet up, I think. The guy who commissioned this is pretty frequent. And then I get a bunch of people, because I made a YouTube video one time about a commission I did, and I think that still gets a lot of views, especially for people looking for Pokemon trainer versions of themselves. So I think that has gotten me the most exposure out of anything, but I don't know, I feel like I should close them soon. Because honestly, like, the extra cash is definitely nice, but I'm not in a position where I absolutely need it right now. And I really, really want to do my own things, but then I feel guilty if I don't do the commissions first. And I'm probably still like way undercharging myself, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to charge. Because I think I do spend way too much time on them for what I'm asking for. Yeah, because a lot of the time I just come home and I'm tired, like, and I don't want to draw, or I want to play a game or watch a show or something just to wind down, and then if I do that, it's like, great, I feel re-energized, but I feel guilty because I didn't do the commission. And I'm really, really bad. Like, I feel horrible when I'm like, oh, sorry, something came up. Like, this is going to take a few days longer. And sometimes I can't even bring myself to, like, message the person. And then they're like, yo, where'd you go? And I'm like, which is, like, that's not healthy. Like, I really need to not do that to myself. Like, I should just say, no, sorry, I can't take any more things right now. Or like, sorry, I'm gonna have to put this on hold or something, but thank you. No, the only thing that was that I didn't realize she needed it right away. And thankfully I was in a position where I could just do that for her right away. But like otherwise I probably would have done it in over a few days rather than like in one night. Like this, I started this on Monday. And actually, I probably should take a break, but I'm so close to finishing that I'm like, you know what? Like, I have a whole more guy to shade. That's okay, just like let me know next time if it's gonna be something like that. Like, I didn't even think to ask, because usually like it doesn't need to be done right away for stuff like that. Or like a few days is fine. Like, yeah, like I get it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm sure the tattoo people probably get stuff like that all the time too. Because I know even at our like stupid little print shop, like I shouldn't say stupid, but like we get random people coming in with like hastily scrawled on a napkin, like, I want my business card to look like this. And we're like, oh, okay. Like, here, I'll make it a little better. Like, I'm sure tattoo places have had that happen too. Yeah, I think that looks a little better without it on his eyes. No, we do we do a lot of like the actual putting together stuff too. Um like if someone wants a business card and they only have like their old one or something and they don't have a digital file, I have to recreate them a lot of the time. Or sometimes people just don't have anything and they're like, I want my business card to be like modern and fun. And it's like, okay, what does that mean though? Like, you tell me like what you think that means and like tell me what kind of look you want to have, like, because that helps me way more than stupid buzzwords that don't mean anything. Like, honestly, it is so rare that we get a job where it's like, please print this thing that you don't have to touch the art for. And 9 times out of 10 when we do get a job like that, it's something that they've already ordered and they're just ordering another set or something. So it's like, it's something I touched at one point but don't have to touch ever again, that kind of thing. Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot of different stuff we do. And some of it's, like, really weird and makes for really interesting stories. Oh, yeah? I cannot imagine what that's even like. Like, I don't really go to bars, so... My image of a bartender is mostly, like, TV based. Okay. This song makes me so nostalgic. This sounds so dark, but it was like the last year before university and kind of before I started getting depressed. So like, it's a happy song for me. I'm like, oh, right. This was the last of that. No, but like, I am doing a lot better now, so I should celebrate that. That's because most of it is probably Touhou and Sonic. This is a Touhou song. It's Desire Drive from Touhou 13. Okay. Hello again. How did I get into streaming? A couple years ago, I tried to be an art YouTuber. And a couple people I watched had really fun streams. I was like, I could do that. I tried to stream like traditional art at first. That was really bad because I had to do it from my phone. And my phone battery didn't like that. Also, it was just really cumbersome and really hard to keep up with the chat too. And then I downloaded OBS, and I've been like, this is a lot easier, but then my microphone quality was really bad for a long time, so I've always felt like, you know, it's hard to have a quality stream when your actual quality is awful. So I didn't like doing it very much, but now that I have a good headset, I'm like, this really makes me focus. Because I feel like I can't goof off, so... So I think I'm going to look into places that aren't YouTube. Because from what I've heard, YouTube is one of the trashiest streaming sites. I think... I do have a Twitch account that I use for watching streams, so maybe I'll just try streaming on Twitch. I don't really like the whole streaming culture though. Like, I don't know, it feels like so much time put into it. Like, yeah, Twitch has a creative section now, or they have for a while. So like, I don't know. You can go on Twitch and stream art. Or I could do games. I'd be really terrible. Honestly, I guess I could stream Sims, but like, who would want to watch that? Because I only have base game in Strangerville. Nobody would want to watch my Sims streams. Like, the other thing I could stream is like just emulator stuff, but that's a little sketch. Yeah, but like, even as a job, I feel like it's way too much. Like, I don't know. Would you really watch my Sims streams? Do you even like Sims? Yeah, but like, I don't know, I think the appeal here is that we're friends and we're talking. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't call myself not shy, though. Like, I don't know. I do have a little bit, like... Because I did make videos for a while there, pretty consistently. I think I am a little bit more open while recording myself like this than I would have been, like, right out of the box. And like way back in high school, I did do test recordings because I seriously wanted to do a Let's Play, and I never did. Like I even went out and like got a capture card, but it didn't work, and that was like the main obstacle to not doing a Let's Play. In the end, I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, or just a neutral thing, but... Yeah, like, the thing I don't like about streams is that, one, they're real time, and I'm impatient, and I absolutely need to watch things condensed and edited and sped up and stuff. Unless, yeah, the streamer is really interactive with the chat and answering, like, all questions, so, like... But then they have to be, like, kind of a small person to keep up with chat like that, and... You know, it's hard to find smaller people that are, like, good. Because the good people usually get popular. Oh, I've never had that issue in particular. I'm very good at talking to myself. I do it all the time, even off recording. So yeah, I don't know what to say there, because I've always been... I've always been very good at just voicing my thoughts to myself, so... I might actually finish this tonight, even though my neck hurts. No. I don't know if you'd see these highlights on their hair in particular. Yeah. No, I don't think so. What more is there to do? Just really minor finishing touches, like highlights in the eyes and stuff like that. I was gonna do maybe one more drawing other than this, but I spent so much time on the Lola Bunny that I don't think I will. Oops. Not that that's a bad thing, I got a lot done tonight. Like this commission in particular, I was really hoping to get pretty far in, and I did more than I was expecting, so that's good. Oops, I bumped the mic again, I'm sorry. See, I don't know like, what that would entail, like, because I have zero programming knowledge, but I do think I would find it interesting to at least, like, watch one, just because I'm literally coming from nothing in terms of knowledge, so. Well, okay, that's not exactly true. I know about if statements. And that's about all I remember, so. Yeah, probably. Okay, I think that hammer is okay. Like, it's not perfect, but I don't want to work on it anymore. So yeah, just the mushroom, I think. Yeah, if it was kind of like a tutorial or something. I think I do want to learn a little bit more, because I want to make a game, so like that would be useful to know, I think. I should really get back into RPG Maker and just learn how to use more of it again. Like I should probably just make like a simple little game, just to start. Also, I never flipped these guys. Shoot. Which means something probably looks weird. Oh no. It's easier to flip them in Photoshop, so I'm just gonna transfer this file over here. Here we go. Okay, first of all. There we go. I mean, not bad. Looks a little off. I don't think it's completely symmetrical, but... The spiny looks great, though. That's my favorite part. And, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's not as bad as I was thinking. No, the flip can be either the best part or the worst part, because if you drew everything properly, the flip is like, oh, good. Nothing is wrong. If you did everything terribly, it's like, oh. Though honestly, if you flip a lot during the sketch layer, you're gonna have less to fix in the final. Oops. Yeah, I did not shade that part. Oops. I'll do that real quick. Okay. Oh, that finger looks weird. Yeah, that's better. This also looks really weird, so I'm just gonna make it black. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's almost 3 hours. That's not bad. It's almost midnight. And my neck is hurting, so I should probably take a break or stop. I think these are a little taller than the other ones, but... Oh, okay, this one's not. Yeah, 3 hours is a pretty good amount of time. I don't know, I'm used to like, to some other streamers and their insane streaming times. Right, I was gonna fix that and I forgot to. Okay, I'll fix that real quick. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that was weird that she didn't say anything about that. Okay, I'm gonna throw these in the Dropbox real quick. All right. Those are good. I'm really glad I finished that. That means I can do stuff tomorrow and not feel guilty. Honestly though, this is one of my favorite drawings I've done. To go back to Space Jam. Actually, you know what? Crop it a little bit. I do too. I like a lot of things about this drawing. And it's like my favorite color scheme. I love pink. Pink and yellowy tones are just so good together. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna post her. Because I can't wait anymore. That's the wrong folder. I can't read. I should probably stop if I can't read anymore. Is there a basketball emoji? Yes. And I know there's a bunny. And I'll throw a heart in there too. There we go. All right. I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks for keeping me company. Oh, my neck hurts. I'm probably going to go to bed soon. But yeah. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.